Good afternoon. On the national news this hour from BGI Television. First, the headlines. Tinubu to meet state governors amid hardship before traveling for AU summit in Ethiopia. Rep slates state police bill for the second reading. Northern Group commend Natasha for uncovering $400 million in banks. Reps move to scrap presidential system, proposed parliamentary government. Nigerian troops arrest terrorist kingpin in Niger Republic with 31 million naira cash to purchase ammunition. On sports, Nigeria moves up 14 places despite losing AFCON 2023 final. I am Morire Rabila Lawal. The news in detail. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is scheduled to hold a crucial meeting with governors from all 36 states at the presidential villa today. The president will meet with the governors before departing for the African Union meeting in Ethiopia. Tinubu will later today depart for Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, to participate in the 37th Head of State and Government of the African Union (AU). The theme of this year's summit is Educate an African for the 21st century, building resilient education system for increased access to inclusive, lifelong, quality, and relevant learning in Africa. On the margins of the summit, the president will also attend an extraordinary summit of the Authority of Heads of State and Government of ECOWAS in his capacity as the chairman of the regional body. He will be accompanied on the trip by some ministers and other top government officials, and is expected to return to Abuja following the summit's conclusion. Barring last-minute change, the House of Representatives is set to deliberate on the proposed legislation aimed at establishing state police. This is as the lower legislative chamber will also likely consider the acquisition of a degree as a prerequisite for aspirants to political offices in the country. The proposed legislation on state police is entitled A Bill for an Act to Alter the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, to provide for establishment of state police for related matters. It has been slated for second reading on the other paper of House before the week runs out. The Deputy Speaker of the House, Mr. Benjamin Okezie Kalu, and 17 other lawmakers are behind the bill. Though the details of the proposed legislation are yet to be made public by the Office of the Deputy Speaker, the initiative is aimed at addressing security challenges in the country. Northern Ethnic Youth Group Assembly, NEGA, has commended Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, representing Kogi Central and serving as the chairman of the Senate Committee on Local Content, for revealing $400 million intervention funds domiciled in banks and other financial institutions over several years. During a session with the Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board, Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan discovered $30 million earmarked for capacity building in the oil and sector, gas, with an additional $20 million allocated for women in oil and gas businesses, among its other intervention funds. Questioning the dormancy of this fund, she urged the NCDMB to make the opportunities accessible to ordinary Nigerians. In a statement shared with journalists, the spokesperson of the group, Malam Ibrahim Den Musa, acknowledged Senator Uduaghan's diligence in scrutinizing financial matters, commended are for setting a precedent for transparency and accountability in public office. Malam Den Musa said that the $400 million revolution is not just a testament to our negligence and diligence, but also underscores our unwavering commitment to serving the people and ensuring resources are used for the greater good. Moving on to the next story, the House of Representatives has taken a major step to scrap the current presidential system of government being run in Nigeria and replace it with the parliamentary mode of government. This is as the House introduced 3 bills seeking to alter the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in 1999 to allow transition from the current presidential system to a parliamentary system at all levels of government, federal, state, and local government. The bills, namely Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 Alteration Bill 2024, HB 1115, HB 1116, and HB 1117, sponsored by Honorable Kingsley Chinda, the minority leader, and 59 others, passed through the first reading stage at plenary on Wednesday. The proposed legislation sought to replace the president with prime minister to serve as the head of government and establishing the office of the president as a ceremonial leader, with the elected officers chosen from the elected members of the legislature. It also intends to shift the process of electing governors and chairmen of local government from general election to voting within their respective legislative bodies and reduce bureaucratic hurdles and fostering closer collaboration between the executive and legislative branches of government. Information reaching the Nigerian military has reportedly arrested a notorious terrorist gun runner identified as Ahmed Ashraf with 31 million naira in cash. Information gives an intelligence and security source with special interest on Lake Chad and northeast Nigeria, which disclosed this in a short statement posted on X, revealed that the terrorist was arrested in Garindogo area of Niger Republic. According to the statement, the cash was the payment for arms and ammunition sold to terrorists in Aye, Lake Chad. The intelligence group broke through successfully apprehended notorious terrorist gun runner Ahmed Ashraf in Garindogo, Niger Republic on February 12th with 31 million naira in cash. Still on the national news, the Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò of Yoruba land, Ìbà Gani Adams, has lamented over the influx of bandits and kidnappers into the southwest region. He noted that his zeal as the generalissimo of Yoruba race is being tested by attacks in the southwest, especially the killing of monarchs in the region. Adams, in his letter addressed to Governor Ademola Adeleke, appealed to southwest governors to permit him to tackle banditry and insecurity in Yoruba land. Adams noted that he has troops consisting of 13 different groups aside from the Odua People's Congress with logistics in place to tackle insecurity in southwest state. Aside from making money from this evil venture of kidnapping, these killers and their sponsors want to destroy the economy of Yoruba land. That is why they must be stopped now. My zeal to protect Yoruba land and that will of millions of Yoruba to defend their fatherland are being tested with the invasion of some parts of our land by these killers. He added, we already have the troops and logistics to flush out undesirable elements in the land, but I need the permission of our governors. Moving on to the next story. 42 suspected bandits and terrorists arrested by security operatives in Abuja, the nation's capital, have confessed to having sponsors backing their operations. The suspects were arrested by the Federal Capital Territory FCT Command of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps NSCDC in conjunction with personnel of the 176 Guards Battalion of the Nigerian Army. While parading the suspect on Wednesday, 14 February, the FCT NSCDC Commandant Olushola Odumusu said the efforts of the security operative in riding the FCT of crimes and criminal elements are yielding results. Speaking at the NSCDC Command Headquarters in Abuja, Odumusu added that 5 members of the vigilante team who had used their positions to vandalize some critical national assets within the FCT were also arrested in collaboration with the Department of State Service DSS. The suspects were found with sharp objects like daggers, knives, and machete. The NSCDC boss said, I gave a fresh charge to the officers and men to step up their game against criminal elements within our territory until intelligence gathering. Odumusu explained that preliminary investigation revealed that the suspects are bandits fleeing the ongoing onslaught of the military operation in Zamfara State through the forest zone of the Niger State into the FCT through Gwagwalada Area Council en route to Pai Village of Kwai Area Council. He said the suspect claimed to be minors but were unable to prove their claims. Finally, sports. Nigeria went 6 games unbeaten at the AFCON 2023 tournament before losing in the final to the host, Ivory Coast, at the State Olympic Alassane Ouattara. The Super Eagles of Nigeria have moved 14 places in the latest FIFA rankings after their outing in Ivory Coast. The Nigerian team scored 8 goals and conceded 4 goals in Ivory Coast, keeping 4 clean sheets in the process, but couldn't find the cutting edge in the AFCON 2023 final under the tutelage of Portuguese tactician José Peseiro. Despite their loss, their display in Ivory Coast has seen them shut up in the latest FIFA rankings and also the most improved African team on the table. Previously ranked 42nd, Nigeria moved up 14 places and are now 28th and 3rd in Africa, just behind Morocco and Senegal, who occupy 12th and 17th place respectively. With the sports story, we've come to the end of today's national news. Before we go, some headlines. Tinubu to meet state governors amid hardship before traveling for AU summit in Ethiopia. Rep slates state police bill for second reading. Northern groups commend Natasha for uncovering $400 million in banks. Reps move to scrap presidential system, propose parliamentary government. Nigerian troops arrest terrorist kingpin in Niger Republic with $31 million cash to purchase ammunition. On sport, Nigeria move up 14 places despite losing AFCON 2023 final to host Ivory Coast. For update of our broadcast on YouTube, our handle is Baba Bagede Imo Television. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell. Select option all to access all of our broadcasts. On Facebook, Bagede Imo with Alawi Adebayo. Please like and follow the page. Thank you for watching. I am Mauri Rabila Lawa.
Audio Jungle.